What a week, what a day we're seeing right now in Fami. We've had good news come out, but you know what? Nothing is really changing here. We are kicking that can so far down the road, I cannot even see the end of the road at this point. We've got people pumping, we've got people dumping. And when you're pumping and you see people dumping, you immediately go, it's like, come on, man. But hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Completely understand any and everybody that does not feel comfortable in this situation right now, especially with this. This hasn't been big news that's come out, but it has been, pretty significant news. Now this week, we had not seen tremendous volume. Yesterday, Monday, we were hitting just over a little 52 million in volume, and then today was pretty much following almost pretty much the same pace, but really going back down even more. Now, one thing that is kind of positive about the situation here, and you can take this with a grain of salt, or you can take this with, hellfire and brimstone, but whenever we see Fami here go down, we always see a major buyback in. Now, obviously, just weeks ago when we saw this tank to a 30, we went right into that 41 mark for a split of a second. But obviously, we are in a situation right now where we have days left to hit this dollar 10-day consistent mark. If not, that there will be talks of a reverse split. Now, obviously, they will file for a 180-day grace period, we're assuming, and at the end of December, there is going to be a big meeting with this company talking about the future and everything. Now, one thing that we are seeing with these articles, I was telling people even a week or two ago, like, listen, it was really just last week, I was saying, hey, there's probably going to be articles start to come out. They're going to start releasing news because they're going to want people to really get hyped around the stock. Now, obviously, this news has not really done anything. It's like, okay, whatever. What else you got here? So, at this point, we're hoping they have an ace up their sleeve. Quarterlies will be coming out here probably next week by Wednesday. So with these quarterlies, this should tell us where the company is going. We're not expecting life-changing quarterlies here, but we are expecting better quarterlies, and we're expecting the company to release more information of how they see their future going into 2022. Now, let me say this. I'm still very bullish on this company. Now, bullish on this situation that possibly might see this drive up here in the next 2 weeks. It could happen. It could definitely happen. When these things take place, they usually happen at the 11th hour, and that could very well be what's going on here. If not, obviously, we will drive this into 2022, and they will have a 180-day grace period to get this thing up to $1. Now, obviously, you as an investor, if you were holding this for the long run, you're probably going to be in a very safe situation because this company is going to have probably a pretty massive year going into 2022 with all the deals it's been making, with all of the talks of bigger retailers in the United States, pretty much North America in general. We're going to start to see bigger and better things happen for this company. That's going to drive up the stock here over time. But let me say this right now, friends, because a lot of people have been asking me, and this is where, I'm going to put the devil's advocate, double-edged sword right now. If we do see this drive up over $1 here, any day at this point, that, we could wake up and this could be bleeding into a 40 to a 50 to a 60 to a 70, and once we get to that point, obviously we're going to see something happen here. But if this bleeds into $1, over $1, hey, maybe even $2, we're saying a big maybe right now. If you're not in this for the long run, I would tell you right then and there, you're probably going to want to get out. And this is the reason I tell you this situation. Because once this bleeds over into $1, you are going to see such massive sell-off into this. It's going to be really hard for the stock to keep that $1 mark. Now, I'm not saying I don't believe in this company or anything like that. I'm not saying that at all. But I am saying there's going to be massive sell-off, and probably more than likely, and this company has history of doing this, if this runs up to a $2 to $3 situation, you're probably going to hear something of a stock offering, which will automatically bring the stock down. This could be a little bit of a situation where you take your Christmas money and put it in other things, or you take it and put it in Christmas gifts. Either or, I just want to tell people, watching situations like this happen before, generally they all play out the same. I'm really not expecting, if this hits $1, to stay at $1. Yeah, we could be at $1 for maybe, who knows, maybe going into December here. More than likely, we're going to see this trail down under $1. Now, if we were to stay at a 70-80 cent mark, that would be tremendous, and that would get this thing really pumped and really going. But I do want to warn people, because a lot of people have been asking me, when do I plan to sell out? Do I plan to sell out? We have to get there, but I do want to tell you what I've seen in the past with these situations, and that you're probably gonna see more than likely with this. If you're in this for the long run, great, good. We hit $1. Things are looking good. This is looking good for the future. Crack one open, celebrate. If you're looking for, this to run up to a $5 to $10 mark by December because you're reading comments on Webull and things, I would be very careful with that situation. If we hit $1 to $2, I would celebrate highly at that point, and think about really what you want to do, friends. It's going to take massive amount of investors. It's going to take massive amount of shares being ate up. It's going to take massive amount of puts meeting calls to collide with each other, and it's going to take a lot of volume to get this into $1 and bleed in over $1. So friends, with all that said, listen, I really do want to wish everyone the best of luck. If we can get this to a 40-cent mark, I really believe that this 35-cent, 34, 40-cent mark is a wall. If we can get this to go over 40 cents and close over 40 cents, we're probably going to have a better shot of getting this to a 40. We're probably going to have a better shot at getting this past 40 to 50 to 60 to 70 to 80, 90 to that dollar and bleeding into high dollar range here. So friends, with all that said, remember, be positive, be you. It's exciting. It's nerve-wracking. I get you. I hear you. I'm not going anywhere. We're going to keep talking about this very often. So friends, I will talk to you soon. Stand strong. Bye, everyone.